Hello and welcome to the podcast on genetic drift. Now, genetic drift is one of those concepts that does not come very intuitively because we're taught whenever we learn about evolution the first time, way back when we were really small, is survival of the fittest. If you're fit, you'll survive. And it's that simple. Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not. And so we have this process known as genetic drift. And what that means is that there's a random combination of genes that may just be able to survive a particular chance event. For example, let's say that you have a tornado that comes through and wipes out an entire area. And yet a couple of organisms managed to survive. Did those organisms have anything that would help them to survive a tornado? No, not really. There's nothing that you can have. You can't have a protective coating against wind. That is an adaptation that you can acquire. It is just something that's a random chance event. So a hurricane, fish that might live in the sea and survive a hurricane. Or like we said before, a tornado. Things like that organisms can survive. And by random chance events just happening to be in the right place at the right time, that is known as genetic drift. If you look at the slides, you'll see two examples that are on there. One is person is stepping on bugs. Now, as a person looking for a particular type of bug, no, it's just a random chance that those bugs get squashed. You're not looking to isolate or to eliminate an entire color or species. It just happens to be that those bugs get squished by the person. Also, another example in terms of plants, you'll see the diagram of the flowers. So it's obviously a random chance as to which seeds will end up germinating. If you look at the diagram, over time, it appears that one particular color is there over another. Now, is that due to that color, happening to sprout at a better rate? Probably not. It's probably just due to random chance that those seeds actually got in the ground, grew, took root, and ended up growing. And therefore, that has changed the combinations within the population, the genetic combinations within the populations. Well, how does this affect evolution? Well, these chance events leave whatever is left over behind, and then what happens to their genes? They get passed down. So if those genes get passed down, and that's all that's left is that small pool or whatever random pool is left, that's going to affect evolution because those changes are going to take place over time because that's where the genes are coming from. So was it because they were the most fit? No. Was it because they were most lucky? Perhaps. So whatever random chance events take place and cause a certain amount of genes or a pool of genes to be surviving, passed down, that is known as genetic drift. And yes, it can affect evolution as well as other things that we talked about earlier, such as natural selection, mutations, meiosis, things of that nature. So it's a very important factor in terms of affecting evolution because we do have a lot of things like natural disasters that can affect populations.